Let's go back to the beginning of little Jane. What was it like growing up in your household?
It was fun. It was very daggy and very suburban. I grew up in a suburb in Melbourne called Balwyn. Yes. Which is still the only dry suburb.
Really? What do you mean? So there's no pubs there at all?
No. There's no
bottle
pubs,
shops?
no. There's I think we had something called Boccaccio Cellars that came to town. That was really big, exciting news in the neighbourhood because Mum and Dad really drank a lot.
Did they?
They had heaps of dinner parties. And in fact, I think they had 2 dinner parties a week.
Really?
Midweek. And everybody would go home at 2 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
Driving.
Yeah, of course.
Smashed.
Yeah.
And I just, you know, that's when my sister and I used to like help at the dinner parties and we would serve and then we just sort of, at the end of the night, or we get up early on a Sunday morning and we'd just see all the dregs left.
Yeah.
My mother would never do that now. She's so niche. But in those days when it was, the cooler bar wine was flowing.
Yes.
They would just leave the mess everywhere.
Yeah.
And we'd get up the next morning and my sister and I dare each other to drink, you know, the leftover.
There'd be ciggy butts in them and stuff.
G&T.
Yes.
Have a nibble of Cabana that was a little bit
I
old.
know. I love that because I remember like my parents, they didn't have as many parties as your parents, but like just the noise of everyone and you'd kind of go under the table. And I used to love that.
I did too, and I loved sort of, I can't quite recall what they talked about. Dad used to joke a lot and so Mum, I can remember Mum laughing and everyone was smoking and, you know, the good old days.
Yeah, because also then parents were so free, like there'd just be kids falling asleep wherever. Yes. Where now it's so structured, isn't it? Like with, you know, no, I've got to go home because he's got to go to sleep.
That's
right. It doesn't seem to really happen like that now.
No, it doesn't. And I remember the first dinner party I went to where I had to take my daughter, who was about 18 months at the time. Yeah. And I was so nervous about, oh my God, it's so out of her routine and she should be asleep. And, and we were there and there was parents were there with older kids and they were just so relaxed about it. And I said, oh, where are you? Because they go, oh, one's asleep in there. Just go and put Mia on the floor in a bassinet just in that room. You won't wake him up. I went, oh, I couldn't have that poor child. I'll wake that child up. And now I'm just like stomp, stomp, stomp when the kids are asleep. They don't wake up.
No, 5 kids down, you wouldn't care, even if they did. Go back to sleep.
Exactly. So, no, it's grown-up time now. Rack off.
Yeah. You know what I loved hearing about you is how much television you and your sister grew up watching?
Just so much.
Brady Bunch?
Yes.
Young Talent Time?
Yep.
How much did you want to be on Young Talent Time?
I really, really did. And what I actually wanted to go to was first the Johnny Young Talent School. So that was your entree card.
Oh my God. My cousins used to live near there and we'd drive past it sometimes and I'd just look at it like, it was the best thing ever.
Of course. And I was the biggest show-off of all time. And I said to Mum, my God, please, can I go to Johnny Young Talent School? And she said, no, darling, I just don't think along the track, I don't think it'll be right for you. I said, oh, that's rubbish, Mum. I want to be on the telly.
Do you think, though, that's what started you wanting to get into being on telly, being in entertainment?
And it was very much a time of live television as well. The Don Lane show was another show that was on I used to watch and start really late. And again, my parents go, oh, yeah, stay up till 11:30 at night, whatever.
So that was super relaxed, your parents?
Yes, because I would come home from school and I'd watch TV and then I'd eat a lot. And then Mum and Dad both started working together and we would, you know, come home ourselves after school and I would just scoff food in front of the telly. And Mum would ring and she'd say, oh, can you put, you know, the roast on? We'll be home at 7. I go, yeah, sure, put the roast on. Back to Gilligan's Island.
Yes.